Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to some more Let's Play Aeon of Sands. In the last episode, we were exploring this abandoned power station, storage area, research lab thing here. We haven't yet figured out what type of facility this used to be, but the technology here hints that at some point on this planet, there was a quite advanced civilization here. We've found metal doors and switches to open them, walking pulse turrets and turrets out there too. We are fighting cybernetic ants that have flooded this area, most likely being created by either a factory or a queen, and those two things are probably not too dissimilar to be able to use them interchangeably. We have fought our way down into this area, finding it via a pit in an out-of-the-way area with a rope that led down to it. So someone else had been down here at some point, and we found plenty of corpses to hint that they didn't make it back out of the location. We attempted to access actually the main entrance to this facility, but the ants actually destroyed the only way we could have entered it. So here we are. For our equipment and gear, we found an iron scythe, which can attack 4 enemies at once with it. A bit of a big stamina cost, but very useful, and does decent damage too at 5 through 12. What else have we gotten that's noteworthy? Well, we also found, did we find the sand vest here? I think this was someplace else we found this. Nothing else I can think of. We are, however, getting quite a few mana recovery items now, and our health recovery items have increased from about 6 total for the group to about 15 or 18 now. In fact, we're going to have to consider whether we go back up soon and drop off some of these supplies if we begin getting too much of it to carry it all at once. Off-screen, I investigated all the walls around here, and I found no missing secrets at least, and nothing looked like it was illusionary, although I did not bounce myself back and forth between the walls. I think what we're going to do now is begin flipping a few more switches and see what they open or close. And by the way, this door that was open and shut by this door can also be open and shut by this door. By this switch can also be open and shut with this one. Looks like it's the only thing that it does. Okay, so let's flip switches and see what opens. Oh! There's a switch here I didn't even mark on the map, so I'm going to do that right now. Shoddy work, Tim. Shoddy work. Alright, so I think we've heard some turrets on the other side of this door. So before we flip that one, let's flip the other ones that I've marked. It didn't open any of these doors. Did it shut that one? It did. Okay. So we'll just leave that unflipped at the moment. How about this one? Oh, okay. Opens a passage to the north. I hear the turrets from here. Whatever this says, you could write it better with a stylus and a clay tablet. Ants! More ants. I mean, we shouldn't expect there to be too much else other than these ants and the turrets. They don't attack each other. I mean, the standing turrets do, but the turrets that also are walking do not attack the ants. Uh-oh. Oh, they can see me. We can interact with this terminal. Let's just mark it here at the moment. Explore will be down here. I don't hear anything else. We can look at more terminals on the walls here, too. Ooh. Another type of magic amplifier. A weak Zot. We already have one of those on Kalka, so we don't need to take that one. Chain Lightning looks like it's nice because it bounces between at least all the enemies in a line. But it's also very expensive stamina-wise to cast it. Uh-oh. And no way to open that door here. Okay. So I guess it's time to begin looking at some of these terminals. The plaque reads 0 is 4. The plaque reads N is 2. The plaque reads P is 1. The plaque reads E is 3. We have a little tablet that we picked up. By looking at the flat stone, you notice scratch numbers 2, 4, 0, 1. What would that be here? N, O, OE. There is no 0 in these terminals. Although this does spell a word. OPEN is open. BCS version 0.815. Welcome to Glossen East. So our only options here are to enter something on a keypad, enter your code to open the door. Type the code. Type your code. 2. Code incorrect. Log out. So you can brute force this, or you can try entering open. This code is not used here. I don't know where this code is used. I did not find it in the few times I've been in this facility. Open would be 4, 1, 3, 2. Which actually shuts this door. So this terminal must open and shut this. Which I knew about that already, but you guys don't. So at this point, I don't actually know. There is a door here, and I have never been able to figure out how to open this door. So we're gonna look around really briefly and see if we notice any secrets by leaving the cursor in the center of the screen and seeing if it converts to a finger over an empty wall, which would hint that there is something there to interact with. Nope, nothing. And I don't think any of these walls are illusionary either. You can't enter any other type of password here. So it's only open that this accepts. The only other word I can come up with based on those, these, is nope. But the moment you enter a wrong code, the wrong number, it kicks you out of the system immediately. Oh, there is peon. But I'm pretty sure that also won't work. Yeah. The only letter you are allowed to start with is in fact 4. All the other, letters. So, and I think if you enter anything else, you immediately get kicked out as well. So this code is not used here. Okay. Well, we can try flipping more, levers. If we press that, this door doesn't open. Perhaps you might be thinking one of these levers shuts this door and opens this one. That would be a good idea, actually. Something to test. So we'll flip this switch and see. Hold on, that was a little too soon. Nope, shut this door, did not open that one. And I don't remember there being any other secrets here. Perhaps this terminal will get us through that door. But there's no keypad here. We can check in. Welcome, guest 6935S. Please type your command. LS. Please select the directory. This is the most awkward operating system. I can't type in LS, and then I have to enter via 1, 2, or 3 what directory I'm trying to list in. Let's try root. Empty. That's awful. If root direct... So we either don't have... Well, it didn't say permission denied. It said empty. So I'm surprised... I mean, this is even working. There must be some sort of network hub it's pulling its directory from in order to... Unless it's running just off the BIOS on the box. But there's nothing in the root directory. And as for the user, as guest, we have access to mail. And there's 2 received emails and 1 trash. We'll read these ones' mails. I guess we should read all of them. Alright, let's read the received emails. There's 2 messages, one for shift change and one to get to work. Let's look at shift change. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. So, shift change. Message 1 from Tech Division 12 at hardoonnorth.com to QFox34 hardoonnorth.com. Objective: shift change. I'm wasted. The last 3 days at maintenance of the FP-102 have been brutal. I need some R&R. Do me a solid here, mate. I need you to take this week's shift of 1700 to 2400 for my back. I'll have a bottle of the good stuff for you when you return. What says you? M. P.S. Be sure to check with Redacted for the hydraulics at the southeast tower. The dust is corroding the gaskets. Shift change? Wait, that's right, that was shift change. What does get to work say? From QCox34 Hardoon, North Detective 12. Okay, so this is a response. Maitland, you're a lazy ass. Get off your entered pad and get the job done. I'm stuck with reprogramming the doors to the armory for the week. Some fucker has got his hands on the oil cans again. I bet I can get you scheduled for the inventory there, though. Quentin. Hints there's an armory someplace in here. There's also a deleted message. From Tected 12 to Q Cox. This wasn't sent, though. No thanks, damn you. Like I want to get stuck counting screws and bolts all week. Sod off. I'll find somebody else. M. And that's all this terminal has. Most of the terminals we're going to find in this facility will be males of this sort, giving you a little bit of the history of what could have potentially happened here. A badly burned wall. I wonder what happened to it. Well, what happened to it is that our cursor became a finger. You see a scratched plaque that is hard to read. Attention, generator, don't use this. And that looks like hacked is underneath of it. Behind us, behind us. Oh, got hit quite a bit there, actually, but we survived. Even more magnetized iron. Yeah, we're not going to need to carry so much of this with us. Let's make sure this area is free of hostiles before we look at the walls really quickly. Another terminal. And a niche with some electrical cable in it. A bronze flail. 2 DPS, 227 damage at 2.2 second cooldown, plus 1 strength. A vicious looking multi-headed scourge. It's better than the dagger that Kalka is using. So we'll use this on her when we want her to use a weapon and a amplifier. And that's all that was in here. Let's look at the terminal. Check in. LS root. Nothing in it. Games. Nam Capel T64. That sounds like a tape for the Commodore 64. I think that was the prefix of them. Sorry, the suffix of them. Let's run it. Welcome everyone to Pac-Man. That's what this is. We can run around this. There are effectively ghosts that are looking for us, but nope, they're not ghosts, they're monsters like that. I think there's 4 or 5 of them. You can actually fight them. By the way, they take a bit of damage to be destroyed, though. You can hear them walking around looking for you. I think they know where you are at all times. We don't do much damage to them. Gotta be careful. If you take even a single hit from them, that's the end of you. Yep, they do run though when they're hit. Ooh, but I think they'll respawn after a bit. I'm gonna run away. Let's go get all this. So what's the purpose of this? It's fun. There's a run around in the Pac-Man level. I think it actually looks exactly like it. Uh-oh. Oh no! Timbit, you're gonna get pinned. You get pinned. Can't get pinned. You can't kill these that quickly. Oh! Uh-oh. Nice, we stole all that. Stole all of it. Taking all these pellets. Let's run around this really quick. Nice. Let's take a look at our map. This is, I'm pretty sure, is the exact Pac-Man map. And I don't think there's anything like secrets in here. Oh no. We can run around them. It sounds like they might be teleporting in more of them. That's the exit when we're done trying to get all the pellets. Let's look really quick. got most of it. We have to go down here and in this area. And this is a teleport. Oh, hello. Sorry. You guys can hang out there. Oh, no! Uh-oh. Woo! That was really close. And you get... I think you do get something if you get a rather high score in this. I think we're almost done. We have these 2 little side areas to run down. Uh-oh. Darn it, there's like 2 left. Uh-oh, there's more than 2 left. I want them. Alright, we gotta get over here somehow. Time, thankfully, is paused. Oh, when you're looking at the map. Hello. Hear more than just one of them. I don't quite understand how it works, but our characters are able to kill these things and damage them. Woo! You're not where you want to be, Tim. I think they move a little faster the more that you, the more pellets that you acquire. Alright, I think that's it. Let's get out of here. Thanks for playing. Your high score, 2,800. Come back for more. And what do we get for that? A buzzing Zot. Another buzzing Zot in case we want it. I'm just gonna leave it in there at the moment. But that is given to your party inventory, as you just saw, for being victorious there. Now it's time to look at the walls here really quick and see if any of these turn our cursor into a finger. And those did not. They're pretty clever about where they put these secret buttons in this game. I've had a lot of fun trying to track them all down. Oh, nothing in here. Okay. That didn't open up the switch, right? It did not. So if you need an even higher score, maybe we actually missed a handful of those pellets. I don't know how you get it. Maybe we missed a handful of things here. Let's see. I'm going to check this one little area. Okay, that's it. I do know as well that some doors cannot be opened, so this might be one of them. Right, that's it for this floor then. A little bit of fun playing a video game in a video game. Well, actually, I've done that in quite a few games. Lazy Jones, I think, is the most famous of the video games that have video games in it, because that's what the game was all about, if I recall correctly. Nothing here is illusionary. No, it doesn't look illusionary to me. Yeah, still can't open that door. Didn't see any way to access it either. So, there was a way down as well. We're not yet cluttered on inventory, so let's go and check out what's downstairs. Oh wow, that's awkward. We're at a dead end, so we're likely to take damage here. Is that 2 of them? Just one. A condenser. We're gonna try to walk out with all this recovery, all these recovery items if we can. This place is huge. Luckily, my mapping skills are the best. Good job, Courtney. Also, thankfully for us, these turrets don't respawn. Now, I have a map of this on graph paper, or I started graphing this, but, and this is a massive level. I can't fit the level on the graph paper. It's too big to fit on, and everyone, I'm not using standard size graph paper either. I'm using this huge, like 11 by 17 inch graph paper, and the levels are still too big. Which is amazing. But it does mean that I'm going to have to rely on my memory as to where some of the secrets are. That, or you will see me loading a different game and consulting the map I have here with this group, with another group that had done this. The first thing we want to do is make sure we are not dealing with hostiles in this little maze. Because I don't want to be looking for secrets and suddenly get ambushed by a group of walking turrets. I wonder if I would have the same... I mean, I would have the same attitude in real life if I was trapped in a maze like this. Secure an area. Keep your ears peeled. Eliminate any hostiles. We don't have the issue, though, that, we would have the issue that this group here does not have of potentially running out of supplies. He can't eat magnetized iron. Tends not to agree with you very much. As an example. I heard an ant. Oh, you're out of ammo for that weapon, Courtney. You are. We do have more here, though. I'm using all the ammo we have at the moment. We found crossbow bolts, which hints that there is a crossbow somewhere here. There isn't. But I am aware of something else in this area. Another ranged weapon. We found fletchet rounds earlier, and we will be finding a fletchet launcher, a dart gun, basically down here. And when we find that, we will not need our slings any longer. It is a bit metagamey of me, but hope you guys will forgive me for it. The turrets are actually interesting because if you are right up next to them, they prefer to attack you with a really weak melee attack. Holy crap, filling up all of our inventory with this stuff. I should probably go back up outside and leave supplies there at this rate. We'll keep going until it's obvious we don't have any room left. But we're still finding more things. A bottle of explosive liquid. 25 potential damage. Cold stone. Yeah, I'm going to want to leave and leave supplies in some other location. Okay, well then I should probably do that now. So, oh, but first, since we see one of these hidden switches right in front of us, let's press it. Nothing on that corpse. Okay, everyone. So I'm going to do this off screen because I had to walk through some rust flowers back and forth to the area where I left supplies before. So I'll be back. Give me a few seconds and we'll be back here. Alright, everyone. I'm back. Supplies have been left up top. I then sat and beat up some ants that were spawning. We didn't get anything from them, though, except for a single magnetized iron. And now we go back downstairs again. Alright, so we can find, well, we haven't really looked at the walls in that area, but I'm going to skip again searching walls until after we've eliminated more enemies in this area. I don't want to be distracted. Condenser. We're probably going to have to leave another point while we're down here. Because we're going to fill up on probably even more mana regen items. Yep, they're dropping lots of condensers. That's good. If we wanted to be able to use electrical energy. But while it affects the the ants, it will affect rats as well. It doesn't do anything against the turrets. Which I'm surprised about. I would have thought that the turrets would take extra damage from electrical attacks, not none. Here, you turrets. Let's grab all the condensers. It's health items I could use more of, honestly. Walking on all those rust flowers is quite painful. Still not sure what this place could potentially be. I'm guessing it's a warehouse, though. Judging now from that singular terminal that we had found. There will be more terminals, yep, in this place. You can see right here. Oh, no, that's not one we can interact with, though. Got view, I see. If there is a spawner down here, we want to find it and eliminate it. We'll look at the terminals as well later, after we've secured more of this area first. Ooh, hello? We have a rotator here. Must be a really interesting thing to walk like into a invisible teleporter that spins you. How do you describe that to like to the players? If this was, say, a role-playing game, which it is, but I mean if it was like an actual game where we're have a bunch of dialogue, like standard Dungeons and Dragons stuff, I guess rotators aren't really a thing that you would be able to throw at your players. That would make a whole lot of sense. I guess confusion would be the equivalent. walked right into another one. Let's mark it on the map as well. Really like that flail of yours, Courtney. That faucet was a good purchase. More explosives. We're gonna want quite a few of those when we finally get to the final area in this. Maze. You know, it occurs to me that this is probably supposed to simulate being like in an ant hill, or the tunnel network that the ants have set up. Imagine realistically, this place would have been burrowed through by them by now, too. They wouldn't have left all this area just completely open. They would have made it faster for themselves to get to different areas. More blasted walls. Consulting my consulting my other save spot for this zone. I guess I can show you really quick. Let's see. So let's save this game. And if I load... Same group of characters, as you can see. Different equipment on them. They've already cleared this level. And as you can see, it's massive. This floor. Simply massive. Bigger than the graph paper that I've got here as well. And so when I mark down secret buttons, they're marked down with a platform, and then I indicate which wall that button was able to be accessed with. This one looks a little odd. Might have been a mistake there. So does this one. This is what we're looking at. We've explored not quite half of this so far. Yep, not quite half of it. So let's explore this half, and then we can look for some of those secrets on the walls. Actually, I should do that off screen. In fact, I think I will do that off screen. I'll run around and flip buttons, or flip switches, off screen. Since you guys won't care for that very much, and I don't have an outline written down to help guide me about what some other stuff I should talk about. I guess we could, I guess I could talk about map making. So I've always liked making maps for Dungeons and Dragons when I'm the dungeon master. I like trying to come up with a realistic ruin which would be consumed by certain types of creatures in it. This is a good example of one such. That makes a lot of sense. We're not finding like a room filled with undead and then 3 rooms down there's another room filled with something completely different, that like trolls. That wouldn't make sense to be close to undead or something of the sort. I mean, you can come up with any reasons, I suppose, in the end that you want. But I like it when it's more thematic. Fighting just walking turrets and somebody like ants in here makes me think that the turrets have been confused about what's actually in here. The hacking might have actually been because whoever released the original ants in this location ensured that most of the turrets wouldn't target them. Whereas and of course the ants consumed and killed everyone else in this area. Push the button. I don't see anything that happened. I guess we probably should interact with the terminals as we find them too. I'm going to forget which ones we have or haven't interacted with. Let's also double back, because there was a little area by the ladder that we passed. Out this way. Yep, 2 doors. I wasn't able to figure out how to open these. Just to quickly triple check to make sure there wasn't like an obvious switch right next to them. No, I don't see any. Again, not every door that you pass, to my knowledge, can be open. I'm pretty sure there'll be this other area we will encounter later on called like the Forgotten Ruins or Tombs or something to that effect. And I searched that place extraordinarily thoroughly. Actually, that place might have actually... I might have found how to open all the doors there. So never mind. Ignore me. I do think in the end I got every single door there. All right, let's interact with this terminal and see what it says. Welcome to Glosson East. We'll check in. Nothing in the root directory. User has some mail with one archived email. Funny kitten video from Put Majority K, Furry M Pets, to Doc C. Olson at Hardu North. Cannot play video. Plugin missing. Kiss hug, more joy. Remember that we had read about this getting hacked. A video or something that's hiding as an attachment. Could be a great way if someone just mindlessly clicks it to get your facility hacked. It's actually happened to the place I've worked. Someone just mindlessly opened the mail with an attachment in it, and attachment installed a virus, and this virus went out and began infecting everything. Because it sent out other mails, and people opened those attachments. I mean, what the heck, guys? Come on now. Delete anything that if you don't know who it's from. Don't just randomly open it or assume it's from someone who sounds like it's something important that you should open. Like, they're trying to fool you into opening something by making themselves sound official. I can't even hint as to what it might contain because I don't want you guys knowing exactly where I work. But, it's pretty funny. I guess I'll give a little hint in that we do have to take all this ridiculous training all the time. And, it warns you flat out, hey, please don't open stupid emails with attachments on them if you don't know who they're from and you can't verify who it's from, and be very careful because even if it looks official, it might not be official. So please don't do something stupid like just run a program from someone from like administration.net. Don't download it. We won't send you a mail that has something like that. Please don't. But they do it anyway. The best is when I'm working. I guess we'll talk about emails for a little bit. How exciting is this, huh? So, there was one epic email chain where I worked, where someone sent out a mail, and someone, to all, and someone replied to it, and was like, please, remove me from this list, this mailing list. And then other people began replying to all with the same thing. And so there ended up being hundreds of mails being sent out where people were asking to be removed from the mailing list, and it was hilarious. People were getting mad and replying to all, telling people to please stop replying to all, and then other people wouldn't. They just mindlessly replied to all again, which was great. And at one point, you couldn't tell if the people were being serious with asking to be removed from the message list, or if it was just a joke because so many people had done it. They eventually threatened people with disciplinary actions, but you couldn't tell if people just weren't paying attention either. And so you'd have an hour pass, and suddenly someone would be like, can you remove me from the message list, please? I don't want to get any more spam. Of course, it'll go to everybody. Oh, it was glorious. I kept about 50 of them in my mail for a while as a memento of what occurred. But the administrators went through everyone's mailboxes and cleaned up all those mails. It was such a shame. It was so funny. It was so funny. So I guess a little bit of information about me. I'm not a troll in real life. I tend to be very polite and mild-mannered. I try to get along with everybody. I try to be very empathetic and what have you. But I love seeing the chaos around me. I love seeing it burn, as it were. I'm not going to do it myself, but I love watching it. I absolutely love watching it. And I won't say, I won't rat on someone who's... Well, it depends upon, I guess, what they're doing, to be quite honest. If it's something malicious, I would. But I do love reading stuff like that. I think it's absolutely great. This door must have been opened by one of the buttons, by the way, that we pressed. So we'll go back to that later. A switch, huh? We'll flip it. What's the worst that could happen? A med kit. That is probably very... I don't know if it's more useful, but it is very useful. Courtney is down a healing item. I thought this one was colored a little differently. Again, I did not find any type of illusionary wall in this facility. This would have been a facility where, again, where I would have imagined they would have had, if they're trying to hide something that was like holographic. But I guess the people who work here, especially if they're opening random cat videos, they probably weren't types who would have noticed the holographic walls. And so maybe it would have been a mistake to put anything like that into this facility. We've already flipped that switch. I'm going in circles. Oh, what? We've missed something somewhere. Oh, holy crap! And I've opened both of these doors this time around. I did not do that in my other save slot. So I'm missing a secret button, but I also found a secret button I was missing in this one. That's also a misplaced. Okay. There's probably a switch near that other door. We're gonna go and check it out really quick. Or not so really quick. Alright, let's see. Is there anything here? No, really? Okay, then. I'm gonna load my other game and check really quick what's up here. As you can see on my map, when I think I'm done thoroughly searching something, I will mark down searched on it. I think I got both the same buttons. Maybe I didn't flip a switch. But as you can see, that other door is shut. The only thing I could think I missed is that secret up there. Let's take a peek. No, that's it. Oh, although this is... I want to load a quick save. No, that's both the same switches I found. But the doors that got opened are different. Okay, I missed a switch someplace else then. And it must have been a switch I didn't mark. Well, since we only have this area, let's explore it. We'll flip the V's. Didn't open anything. Check these walls really quickly, but I don't remember seeing any secret buttons on them. Nothing. Rotator! Okay, let's mark it. There's probably, I think there's one in this as well. I'm just gonna go out and limit mark it. Yep, another rotator there too. Being a veteran of these types of games, though, they're not really going to delay me at all. I should mark down the switches we threw here. We did throw these switches, right? I think we did. I have to check. It's going to annoy me to not know for sure. Through that one. Okay, we did. Whenever I see an area that looks like this, I suspect there's a way to get into that spot. We'll be in another maze later where that tends to be the case more often than not. By now, it's probably obvious to everyone in this group. I guess the only person who that would really matter for, though, is Centrani, that the caravan did not die here. They probably never fully explored this location. We haven't seen any Pentella goods around, for example. Although I suppose the ants could have taken it and stored all the stuff. And it sounds like something an ant would do. It's unlikely. There would have been some other tracks or notes at this point. There was that one note we also did find, which indicated that someone went south, and some people were sacrificed there. So we should probably head down after them. Of dead ends with lots of walking turrets in this area. Here another one someplace up ahead too. These areas all feel very same-ish too. Like and by that I mean all the walls, all the passages. If it wasn't for the auto mapper that this game has, I would be so lost at this moment. I would absolutely have had to make a graph map to guide me through this area. I view the turrets as more dangerous than the ants. They move faster, and they do a guaranteed 6 damage to me whenever they do a blast. Another secret button. Always mark down that you flip them. And in my case, I flip them as soon as I find them. This way, there's no confusion as to which ones I might have flipped versus which ones I still have to do that with. Yeah. am glad that there is no... Or rather, that we haven't found at least yet. That doesn't mean there isn't one. A factory that produces these things. I've always been fascinated by mazes. I guess as long as we're talking about random stuff. I've never been, like, well, I guess that's not true. When I was a really little kid, I used to go to, my parents would take me to the beach. And there was always, like, mirror mazes there, or a maze to walk through. And I loved those things. They were awesome. I haven't been to anything like that since my very early childhood days. I've heard there are some amazing hedge mazes and the like over in Europe and what have you. I can't think of anything like that we have over here. Occasionally we've got corn mazes down here in South New Jersey when the autumn season is around. Microbiotic pills that heals 6 hit points. Worth taking. Because if we leave to go and drop more supplies off, which we may end up doing, we're going to want that. Looks like one of these buttons opened this door. We have to go all the way around, though, to access it. So I'd like to figure out how I open this one. That's where you just got the pills from, Tim. Good hit on you. Is there something like ants? Yep, exciting! So it's very interesting playing a game where our characters, like, when we level, we're leveling up, we're getting better at using our weaponry, but we don't have any, like, stat points or what have you to level up with. I think I kind of like it. The game is a bit more easy to balance if you don't have to worry about people figuring out the absolute best skills to be taking with their characters and then min-maxing their characters. With Centrani being kind of open to any type of build, some being easier for him to do than others, but still all of them I feel like are viable for him. But you can't, how can I describe it? There's no, like, stats or skills for you to take. So the spells that you get access to are based on the channeler, whatever. I keep changing the name of it because I don't know what to call them. But, like, we could make him a fire user or a water user by just changing out the type of item he's using. But there's no spell to pick when we level up because the game's not that type of game. And I think I like that. It definitely makes the game feel a little more unique. So this one's just going to let us open the doors. I'm going to open both doors and exit. I don't know why I keep giving Courtney those. To my knowledge, there is no reason to put things in the empty alcoves when you find them. I had been doing that with that other group that you saw me load up. On the off chance that there were alcoves that wanted items in them to open a door. But so far, I can't think of any where that was the case. And we still didn't open that door up there. We are almost done with this. Oh, but we did open... Okay, we opened this one somehow. And 2 up there as well. Okay. We're going to be down here for a while longer, everyone. Like, we'll probably be stopping this recording session about another 5 minutes from now or so. But we're not done with this area. Interesting. You can't interrupt, it looks like the cybernetic ants from attacking you. They're a little too tanky. A processed food ration. That is quite a bit of hit points. Oops, that was the wrong place to place that. Looks like we've got 2 more switches. I'm assuming they open the doors. They do. Right behind us. Well, we don't quite know what those opened. But we flipped them. It doesn't open the 2 doors to the north of us. Those 2 doors are still shut. Oh, but these 2 opened, so that must be what happened. Let's get back over there and check. I do like that you can see the status of all these doors as you flip switches or push buttons. It would be a bit nightmarish if we had to run around and double-check doors that we passed earlier. I would have to go and mark each door and double-check to see which switch might have unlocked each individual door. Hello, another terminal. Check-in, LS, root, still nothing there. User, mail, archived. Message 1, knock, others. From Big Al Masterson at harddunenorth.com. Knock, others. Hey, dude! I was browsing the Enterpad newsfeed. Have you seen the new games? I think I'll give a try to Neons of Cand. Now there's a proper AAA product. 2 colors, 3 levels, no story. Sounds gorgeous, no sounds. Gotta go. The bunkmates need to check their emails. Ciao. Neon of the Sands? Sorry, Neon of the Cans? Aeon of the Sands? I'm detecting a theme here. Developers poking fun of their own game a little bit, I suppose. Well, nothing down that little maze. I hear you, turret. That flail is doing an amazing job, Courtney. Yeah, this must be just a massive, I guess, warehouse / factory. Given how like these small rooms and everything like that must different supplies must have been left off at one point in certain areas. Must have been all been computer parts or electrical parts. I'm basing it solely on the fact that there are so many of these turrets and something like ants here. And the parts must have been designed to construct them. Oh, that's interesting. That answers that question I had, which I'd never asked anyone or myself out loud. If I pick a bottle up and throw this grenade, does it count as coming from me? And I'm guessing based upon what we just saw, the answer to that is no. If I knew there was this much to read down here, I would have stayed clear. Well, you can't actually understand it, so it doesn't matter, right? Let's see, let's mark this down. Another med kit. We want all of those. It'll make leaving, dropping supplies off a bit easier for us. Note as well, we haven't gotten very much in the way of equipment down on this floor. It's mostly been consumables at the moment. And that door is still not opened. That's going to annoy me to no end, that there's a switch somewhere that I completely, unless it's in this little area, that I have missed. It seems like that's going to be the case today. Check in, LS, root, nothing. User, mail, archived mails. Response, cute cat video, oh my god! Message 1 from Doc C. Olson at harddoing.earth.com. Put majority K, furrympets.org. Oh my god, Marge, that's disgusting. That ant is fucking large as a cat. Where does that come from? I gotta do a sweep of the labs later, you idiot. I'll not be able to sleep now. C. That's interesting. Maybe someone down here designed it. And this experiment of theirs got out. And killed everyone here. That's what I'm gonna go with. That is so annoying that that door is closed. Alright, everyone. Well, I think we're going to be stopping here. Let's check 2 more little rooms first. And then I will be stopping. Or 2 areas. There is this up here. And there's that room. Also, I'm going to double check this really quick. Yeah, no way in there. Okay. Alright, so let's check that one corner. We flipped this, right? Yes, we did. So, it was up in this direction. Nothing. And what was in that little room that we opened? I'm just staring at the mini-map as we move. Here we go. What's in here? A mask. Advanced gas mask. -5 agility, +3 int. -4 mana, +2 strength. +3 prot. It's not a bad item. Less agility means less stamina recovery. Courtney doesn't have an item to fit her head slot, but if we give her this, her agility drops below 25, and she can't actually use her flail. Which would be fine if I had a ranged weapon for her and I didn't feel like she needed it to use her flail. That's not the case currently. Could give it to Kalka. I don't care about her agility as much. Sure. Let's give it to Kalka. She gains more intelligence, loses mana, picks up loses agility as well. But it's not a bad trade, I think. And the sand breather can go to Courtney, and she still has 25 agility. Yep. But that still doesn't open this door. In any case, I'm done at the moment, everyone. We come back, we will wrap up exploring this location. We have these to go through. And I will be probably outside one of the buttons I must have missed when I come back as well. So thank you guys for watching this, and hopefully I'll see you all in the next one. Take care, everyone.